Here I was at 7 a.m. on opening day, ready for my favorite gardening event of the year, Canada Blooms. Right off the bat, I headed over to see what the fabulous designers were up to. They didn't disappoint. The theme this year is play. The takeaway, it's all about the rocks. The craft and execution of the gardens was brilliant. There were screens made of little rocks, rocks in streams, rocks as pathways, retaining wall, and art, rocks with holes, rocks the size of tabletops, incarcerated rocks, rock wallpaper, and this a Nook-Shook that weighed more than my Honda CR-V. We weren't looking at a Muskoka style, we were looking at a hunk of cottage country. Sometimes that meant the flowers appeared as an afterthought. Color was injected with paint rather than petals. My favorite was Vandermeer's Fairy Frolic. After all, what self-respecting fairy would take up residence in a garden bereft of flowers? Park Lane dazzled as they always do with their rain play garden. It was beautiful and expensive. Let's face it, millionaires need gardens too. Look at these rain spouts, gorgeous. My prize for the best themed garden was this play extravaganza. If you truly loved your children and you robbed a bank, just think of the hours of entertainment. As usual, there was lots of action at the informative and lovely Toronto Botanical Gardens booth. Oh look, some flowers! Alas no, just wallpaper. Fortunately, the suppliers and growers really stepped it up with gorgeous plants and cut flowers. On Saturday morning, Jill Jensen and her team unpacked mountains of plants that will find a good home. Bob Martin offered free tomato and bean planting for the children. And then there were those non-plant offerings that are always popular. I enjoyed the show and think it's much better than last year's. Although looking at my old photos of previous Canada Blooms, I felt I was a little shortchanged on my flowers this year. I understand that the growers were expected to donate all those gorgeous plants in the past, and they probably felt tapped out. I'd certainly be willing to pay more for flowers providing the money went directly to the growers. Overall, I had a great time, saw lots of my friends, and was impressed with the skill of the designers and landscapers. And you can be sure I'll be there next year at Canada Blooms.